Hello, world. Hello. Suck my balls, world. Everyone, suck my balls. My balls are sweaty and need to be sucked. I was just checking out the sound, checking out. Sound check. Yeah,
sound check.
Hold on. Let me see. That should be good. That doesn't sound. That sounds good. That does. Shut the fuck up. Okay, that's good. It doesn't sound too airy. I just didn't want it to sound too airy. You don't want it to sound airy. Areola. Like a titty. Anyway, I'm on a roll today. Yeah, so we're looking on YouTube because we're just gonna like go back to default mode. Because like YouTube is being like super oppressive towards me. All right? That's who I feel oppression from.
He's being oppressed by you.
I don't feel oppressed by any. Like, I don't really feel oppressed by the police.
Who does Stu feel oppressed by?
I don't feel oppressed by the government. I don't feel oppressed by any of those people. I don't. I think they're all A-okay and they're pretty keen. The people who are oppressing me is YouTube. Because they won't let me, like, just use people's material. I just want to steal people's shit and make fun of it. That's all I'm trying to do. I don't see what the big deal is. And it's not, and I guess it's not as much YouTube as, certain copyright owners who are being a little fickle. It's like, dude, I'm helping you. You have this huge IP that's super popular and it's like, come on, man, my 40 views might help.
Hey,
come on.
40 views more.
That's 40 more people. That's
40 more.
Listen, but statistically, those 40 people, at least 10 of them are going to go watch whatever fuck I just made fun of. That's 10 whole people.
That's insane.
And then like crazy.
That's 20 eyes. Yo.
And then
calculations, man.
And then that will that will spread out. And then they'll tell word of mouth. Because it's like you have the internet and digital stuff. What you really want is just like a person telling one other person who tells one other person. That's way faster than the internet. Way more people will see your stuff. But no, it's like, oh, your copyright has been denied. You submitted an appeal, and it's been denied. It's like, because that's how you sound. That's how you sound, copyright owner. That's how you sound, big, huge entertainment conglomerates. When you sit there and you won't let little old me, I'm trying to find a way out of the fucking working hole. Trying to find the way out of the 9 to 5. Well, mine is probably more 5 to 9. But I'm trying to find a way out of this, man. I'm just trying to be creative and be my own boss. And fucking here comes YouTube oppressing me.
Oppression.
People talk about the Uyghurs in China, and I'm like, yeah, that must suck. But I mean, look at me over here being oppressed. Look how oppressed I feel. You got trans people crying about a comedy special. But look at me over here getting oppressed. Being oppressed upon. I'm being oppressed, compressed, and oppressed into a small tablet of myself.
Like a fucking pill.
Yeah.
Just getting molded. Getting molded into the shape that they want him to be.
When I said tablet, they got that. But it's cool, man.
Hey, shit. It's what it is.
Yeah, this is just egregious. It's egregious. Really, that's what it is. It's egregious. Right.
Egregious.
I mean, all right. And that's all I wanted to really say to start. I really didn't even want to say that. It just came out. That's how upset I am with you, YouTube. I'm disappointed in you. For following all these guidelines and rules. Like, fuck it. It's the internet, baby. This shit was supposed to be about anarchy, not fucking rules.
Rule number 1 is there are no rules.
What's next? What's next, huh? What's next? Fucking, what's next? Fucking, the internet's gonna be regulated, huh? Is that maybe? Yeah. Sounds scary, doesn't it? Makes you shiver in your boots. Yeah.
It sends a chill down my spines.
What else? Oh, I got a couple new sound effects this week. We just watched a great movie called Dirty Wake. Dirty Wake. That'd be a great movie, Dirty Wake. So everybody's like, grandma died and everybody's fucking there. But Dirty Work, starring the late, great Norm Macdonald. Rest in peace, you Canadian fuck. But yeah, two clips from his movies. This one here.
Okay, settle down, prostitutes.
I'm gonna be using that a lot on you.
That was the best one.
That
was the highlight of the
I'm gonna
movie.
be using a lot. I'm gonna be using that a lot on you feminists and you fucking modern day liberal women. You fucking loose goose bitches. And,
loose goose.
Yeah, they got the loose goose down there. And then this is the other one I got here.
All right, boys, bring on the whore.
Yeah.
Bring on the whore.
Bring on the whore. All right. So we're going back to default mode, meaning we're just gonna watch shit on YouTube.
Going back to the premise.
When we started out just watching shit on YouTube, YouTube was fine with that. Weird, isn't it? Isn't it weird that YouTube was fine with us
watching YouTube?
Yeah. Oh wow.
YouTube.
So odd.
Pretty much. This was just the audio reaction. It's just the audio reaction.
Yeah, we just do reaction. We just did reaction.
But you don't see our faces. You just hear the shit, and then we just.
Yeah, people know what audio means. But this is the thing. It's like
niggas don't know sometimes.
What is it?
It's a teepee, you know.
But it's like you gotta. I don't know, man. You gotta ease up. Ease up off me, fool. You just ease up off me, fool. That's all. Back up, Custer. Fuck.
I forgot about that.
Shit.
Custer.
Damn. But yeah, when we do YouTube shit, they're fine with that. You know, they're fine with that. You know, but yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Sometimes I feel guilty because I'm like, don't get me wrong. I hear other podcasts where they're just straight up just talking about shit. Just purely, but me, I have such a fucking drugged out brain. I need to be reminded. So that's why we go on the internet. So I could be like, oh yeah, that happened. Oh yeah, that happened.
The internet is our window to the outside world.
No, my actual window is my window to the outside world. My street looks pretty nice. But it's just, you know what I'm saying? For you. Now. But yeah, so we went to Vice News and they have a video called Why Should You Be Worried About Facebook's Metaverse?
Metaverse.
This is the thing, right? Facebook, listen, they're the big boys as far as tech is concerned. If this whole AR, augmented reality, or VR, virtual reality thing becomes something that, I don't know, maybe it makes people a little bit more despondent and a little more dejected and, you know, pull back from the actual real world and all this other bullshit that they think these things will do, they're already the bad guys because of, like, you know, all how they're perceived because of, like, disinformation and the Russia stuff and, you know, all that. And
I forgot about that shit.
And selling people's data and metadata and all that shit. Their data. Selling all their data. Selling that shit and all that shit. All those things, right? All those things that the coronavirus supposedly misinformation, them letting people do COVID misinformation on the shit, supposedly, and all that shit. All those things already make them the bad guy. So they're the perfect person to do this. Not only that, but people should know this, and I think a lot of people don't know this. And you can do your research and you can find out that this is mostly true. Companies like Facebook, a lot of them have CIA backing, bro. CIA backing. The CIA is backing these people. They are helping these people to do this kind of shit. They want this shit to happen. So whatever happens from there, know that your government is complicit. They want you to be a fucking mindless fucking drone fucking they just want you to consume and work. They want you to work 8 hours a day, and the rest of the day they want you to be a consumer.
They want you just to be plugged. They're just trying to plug you in.
They just want you to be but why do they want you plugged in? To consume. Because trust me, when you're in that little virtual,
you're being fed something through those wires.
When you have your phone or your thing, and you're doing this augmented reality thing with your phone, trust me, you know what's gonna pop up while you're doing it? Ads. That show, Silicon Valley, that I was watching, I was telling you to watch. Yeah. On that show, they want to do a decentralized internet. And part of it is that they didn't want people to be advertised to. They wanted people to feel free on the internet again. You know what I'm saying? So they did this thing.
That's never gonna happen.
I know.
That's never gonna happen.
But anyway,
that's beautiful, and I want that.
Yeah, but this is the thing.
We want that.
Yeah, I hate advertising. I hate being I hate advertisements, and I hate being advertised to.
Advertism.
But listen, they had this game that they were trying to partner up with, like this game, and in the game, the guy he was also impeding upon people's privacy because he had the consoles and the computers. He had their sound on, and then doing like what do you call it? Like, like running it through a thing where, so basically if a person says, hey dude, we should. Oh, did you see? Yeah, we should probably go to Burger King. In the game, a Burger King would pop up. You know what I mean? Shit like, and that's what's gonna happen with this shit. They just want you to consume. Listen, you're gonna be in your VR running around GTA 6 in 6 years. And then
GTA 6 in 6 years?
Because that shit is not coming out no time, so you niggas can go fuck yourself.
Yo, it's only been 10
niggas,
years.
Yes,
it's only been 10 years since GTA 5, my
niggas
nigga.
just came out with another DLC with Dr. Dre and Franklin's Rich now. It's like, nigga,
Snoop
stop.
Is fucking rapping in the fucking
Nigga,
ad.
stop. Just do a fucking... Yeah, they had Anderson .Paak and that shit and everything. It's like, nigga, just make a new game, you cocksuckers. Then they just did the remastered version of their game, the trilogy, which people are saying is fucking horrible.
Which one? Vice City?
No, GTA 3, Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, and San Andreas, the first one. That's the original trilogy before Nico Bellic. But yeah, they did a remake. They should have did remakes instead of remasters. But if you wanted to remaster a game, it would have been better to remaster GTA 4 with Nico Bellic, because that would have been easier to remaster because that was on a next gen system. Even though it's last gen now, it was still a next gen system then. You know what I'm saying?
That shit was good.
It made more
4.
sense. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god,
the PlayStation 2 ones, which were whatever. But yeah, that was a good game. That was a great game.
Wait,
Want to go bowling?
That was my first GTA game.
For real?
Yeah,
that was your only GTA game.
Goddamn right. And that shit was scratched up on the backside.
But anyway, they're talking about the metaverse and why you should be worried about it. So we're gonna start with that today.
All these companies are adopting the universe, the title of universe. Anything with the universe.
Yeah,
with
metaverse.
Verse.
Yeah, they got. I mean, it's the MCU. It's the MCU thing. This is the gayest commercial I've ever seen in my life.
Because
but yeah, it's
everything's the verse, the metaverse, and
okay, they're gonna jump right into Trump supporters. All right, the first thing they're showing here is Mark Zuckerberg walking into court, or not court, walking into Congress. I think he did or Senate. I think he did a Senate. What is they called a congressional hearing? I think it was a congressional hearing that he had about his, whatever. He had some whistleblower recently too, some bitch who worked at Facebook who was saying that basically there were people saying we should kind of calm this down. Like, this shit is causing a lot of, people to be, but it's not just on the right though. I have an aunt who would be like, did you hear that they doing this now? And I'm like, they're not doing that. And it's like, they're just, the algorithm is making it that they know that she's a leftist from the thing that she
subscribes to.
Exactly. They assume that she's a leftist or a liberal person because of the stuff that she likes and watches and subscribes to and likes. So, therefore, she gets sent that kind of shit. And then a person who likes more right-wing, conservative shit, they get sent the shit that says the shit that it says for them. But this shit has been this. It's just now it's 1.2 milliseconds away from you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Before it would take a while for it to reach a person. Like I said jokingly before, it would take word of mouth. You know what I mean? Someone to tell someone, did you read that article? Now it's just like, bloop, bloop, bloop. Oh shit, nigga just sent me this article. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know what I mean? It's right there, baby.
It's right there.
Get your ass in there and tell the truth. Don't lie. Into the metaverse.
Is this? I feel like this is pretty much like our internet stage. Yeah, I remember they were like, "What is the internet? What is it?" Now it's what is the metaverse? Can you explain what the metaverse is?
Oh yeah, there's that old famous segment from, I think it was the CBS Morning News or Good Morning America, back when Bryant Gumbel was up there. He was like, what is the World Wide Web? And why are people so gosh darn and obsessed with it? It's like, if you type in www. anything, it'll probably come up. There's a website for everything now. And it's just like, I remember dial-up. I remember fucking...
The original dubstep.
Bro, I remember... Yeah.
That's that OG dubstep.
I remember a motherfucker couldn't use the phone we was on that shit. I remember...
Wait, couldn't like...
I remember being on AIM. I remember being on AIM, AOL Instant Messenger, baby, talking to bitches and asking them, ASL, you know what that means? No. Age, sex, location. ASL, the S better be F. Because if it's M, get the fuck off my shit, nigga.
Futuristic worlds.
Whoa! You see that fucking Matrix level? That's what he should have called this shit. He should have just said, nigga, it's the Matrix. Basically.
Oh damn, pretty much.
Nigga, it's the Matrix. It's Matrix. That's but I mean, did you I was telling Dalloway about
This is the
listen,
Matrix really
wait,
just
listen.
came out?
I was telling Dalloway about this recently. There was a woman who worked in tech, right? She worked in the tech industry, and she was going to some meeting I think it was actually in Silicon Valley. And she called her parents and left a message saying, "Oh my God, I can't believe it. It's all a simulation. The world is not real. The world we live in is not real. It's a simulation." And then she was found dead. And then trying to look up her so I could tell Jeezy what to look up. Nigga, it was another person who also claimed that we lived in a simulation and ended up dead. So I don't know. Maybe thinking a simulation gets you wasted. If you think it's a simulation, it gets you the fucking sound effect from GTA when you die.
Wait.
When you're wasted. Yeah, when you're wasted. Yeah, the wasted sound. This bitch said, yeah, I guess it is. Yo, if this shit was Matrix level where we're really just in some incubation tube with a huge thing in the back of our neck and we're stuck in some, preservative jelly and they're like milking our whatever's in us that they need, our brain fluid or our what is it, pineal glands or something?
Adrenochrome.
Yeah,
they want that adrenochrome.
If they want our adrenochrome and we're all just sitting in pods right now and then it's in a simulation, I wouldn't give a shit. I wouldn't give a fuck. I don't give a shit. I don't give a who gives a fuck?
Okay, but would you want to like put, I don't know, I guess steps forward for a new world? For a new world?
Why? For what? I live in this one. But you know what's crazy? Can I tell you something? This shit is not a simulation. It's not. People believe in simulation theory. It's like you're just trying to find a way to not believe in God. That's all.
Oh shit!
That's all you're doing.
Oh shit!
You're just finding a new, more chic way.
The hot take.
Yeah,
that was a hot take.
You're just trying to find a more new chic way to be an atheist, my nigga. That's all you're doing. That's all you're doing. And you know what you're doing? You're looking at some shit you're playing and going, wouldn't it be crazy if we're some aliens video game? Whoa! Damn, remember the first time I had a beer? Remember the first time I smoked weed? Like, nigga, shut the fuck up. It's not a fucking simulation. Fuck, it's just like, nigga, what? Like, don't get me wrong.
You are
listen,
brain
let me tell you
inside
something.
of a skull.
Listen, let me tell you something.
Inside of a shell.
Let me tell you something.
I don't know.
Let me tell you something.
I believe that this world is a turtle spin bag.
Yeah.
Get it? Because it's a
Native
shell.
American.
What is it?
It's a teepee, Are you a real Indian?
Yes, I am.
Tatanka.
Yes.
Great Spirit?
Is it recording this time?
Yeah.
Is it the sound recording?
Great Spirit?
Great Spirit.
But yeah, that shit is ridiculous. But just think that this shit is a simulation is so like, it's like, yo, have you ever been more like, oh, I saw something and now I think that's what this is? Like, you know what I mean? It's like,
That's
nigga,
very, you know
like,
what that
nigga,
is?
don't get me wrong. There are people who, way before computers became commonplace, who had simulation theories. Those people were far out thinkers. That's someone who's thinking outside the box. But a person who's literally in a generation where you could play a video game that looks almost real and then say, what if we're a video game? It's like, shut the fuck up, you fucking moron. It's like, nigga, even
This
if
is the thing. I'll say
shit to
this. I'll say this.
yourself.
I was just about to say that. I'm a sucker. I do that shit. I'm like, yo, what if this was like this? But I don't go around saying it. I keep that shit to myself.
Sometimes you do, nigga. That's the beauty of this show.
Yeah.
But yo, let me tell you something.
There's a
my
show I'm
nigga.
just like, nah.
This shit is not a fucking simulation.
Not everything has to be public.
But listen. Are there archetypes? Yes. Are there are people who I see sometimes I'm like, damn, that motherfucker seems like it's just like another version of the same person. But it's because it's like there's
a random possibility.
Yes, but that's
it's
what
a
I'm saying.
gamble.
Exactly.
That's chaos.
Listen, Earth, yes, exactly. But Earth in the world in general, the shit is round for a reason. Everything is a cycle. Everything comes back around. Everything's
comes around. Yeah. The gravity. Yo, you ever seen like a droplet form?
Are you a real Indian?
Everything that goes around comes around.
Yeah, right.
Tatanka.
But yo, that's ridiculous, man, nigga. You niggas.
When you
talking
take
about
a
this is-
droplet and you see it form into a sphere, that's gravity. Just take that.
But a simulation of what? Like a simulation for what? And I've seen these online glitches online where it's like glitch in real life, where it's like a plane stuck in the air, not moving. And I'm like, nigga, that shit is fake. It's not real. There's no way. Now, if I saw that shit in real life, I would go, holy fucking shit. Damn. I guess I'm wrong.
Okay.
But if I see it on the internet,
remember in flight when he was flying the plane upside down?
If I see it on the internet in the day, if I see it on the internet in the day and age of fucking internet and computer modification of images and video, why the fuck would I believe that shit is real? Why? Why would I believe it's real? It's just ridiculous. I don't believe we live in a simulation.
If I was walking down the street and some flight shit was going on where they was flying the plane upside down, I wouldn't know how to react. To be like, what the fuck?
No, I saw a thing on the internet where the plane
in the movie Flight.
No, the plane was paused in the sky, not making any noise.
I've seen that.
And the guy was moving around like, yo, look at this. Oh my God. And I'm like, that's got to be fake.
It could be.
It's got to be. Because, I mean, me personally, this is what I'm saying.
Could just be a fake video. An edited video.
Now, is it weird that that lady called her mother and said
is it weird that we're just talking about it right now? Yeah. Whatever.
Is it weird that the lady called her mother and said it's a simulation ended up dead? Super fucking weird.
That is kind of weird.
But then again, I look at it like sometimes like maybe that was a test. Maybe they wanted her to be part of the inner sanctum to really know the true inner workings of her world that she lives in. And she was going to get to be part of that, illuminated, if you will.
Enlightened.
Enlightened, if you will. Quote unquote, because I don't look at it that way. But
this bitch took a red pill.
But that's what I'm trying to say. And that was a test. That was a test to say, all of this is all an illusion. It's all, this is the most advanced, what you're living in is the most advanced algorithm of all. And she's like, oh my God. All right, now we're really back. Fucking anyway.
Back in again. The Matrix.
Today, we're going to talk about the Metaverse. I want to share with you
This looks cool, but it does have not good side effects. I don't know.
Every Amazon employee and every Amazon customer. You guys paid for all of this.
This nigga Jeff Bezos just said, I want to thank every Amazon employee and every Amazon customer because you paid for this after you went to space.
That's a boss ass thing.
That's not boss. That's some creepy ass. You a piece of shit.
Because it's true.
You a piece of
It's true.
Yeah, but you a
It's
piece of
fucking
shit.
true.
So what? So
I'm
you
pro
could go-
truth.
So you could
Shit
go to
is funny
fucking-
as fuck.
So you could go to
I'm
space.
not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's
So
right.
you could go to motherfucking space.
I'm not saying
And
it's
you know what
right,
this nigga
but-
said while he was in
Hey,
space?
hey,
Do you know what this nigga said when he was in space?
What did he say?
He said, wow, when you look down at that beautiful blue marble, you realize we gotta save this thing. It's like, nigga, you had to go to fucking space to realize that. You live here too. But you know what it is?
As someone whose whole culture
He looks at it,
surrounded
bro.
by
He looks at it
nature.
like, yo, he looks at it like, listen, I have enough money so that I could pop up into space and live in the atmosphere if the shit starts going under. And then we can just go back a little bit after and see what we can scavenge. And then we'll hop on, do that little, what is it?
could be
What
like
is
Wall-E.
that? 10-year? Do the what? That 10-year trip to Mars? What is it?
It'd be
10
like
years?
Wall-E. We send down a bunch of robots, help clean it up, and then.
What does it take them 10 years to get to Mars?
God damn!
That was
Shit!
hilarious. I think I blew his eardrum.
Yeah, that shit hurt.
I also wanted to just make sure it was working. But that's good. I'm gonna go to my other soundboard because I don't want to use those boring sounds. I want to use my own good ones. But yeah, this is ridiculous. This nigga said, oh, and then they're talking about Elon Musk over here. I call him Elon Smug because he looks smug all the time. Look at this nigga's face.
Businessmen expand their territories. There are growing concerns about how their technologies are impacting the world. On January 6th, a group of Trump supporters violently stormed the U.S. Capitol building.
I was at risk of being stripped of and killed with my own firearm.
The funniest shit was when this
fucking wild.
this Capitol cop who whatever, he testified to Congress or whatever the fuck this shit is. Senate hearing, whatever it is. The people on Fox News were like, you're supposed to be a cop. You're supposed to be a tough. And look at you, you're crying. And it's like, nigga, what the fuck?
Damn.
They're talking about this nigga like he was a fucking coward.
God damn.
It's like, I told y'all niggas love police. Yo, that's the thing about the right wing. Them niggas will switch on you quick, cuz. They'll switch up on you real quick.
What's
Don't get me wrong, these lefties will too.
Yeah,
But
everybody's
these
switch,
right wing niggas, yo, this is what I'm saying. These motherfuckers love police, and we're so upset about people, black people, saying that police, whatever. But then it's like, you motherfuckers go here and it's just like, start beating the shit out of police. It's like, you got your thin blue line shirt on. your fucking Punisher shirt where the skull is blue.
Oh God.
And and that's another thing. Not to divert. I don't mean to divert too much, but this is one thing I wanna really just say. I hate you motherfuckers for that, because you guys co-opted the fucking Punisher skull, and now they're talking about he's probably not gonna be able to be in the MCU because he's so closely. Fucking real.
Well, because he wears a fucking what? He wears a duster.
They wear it now.
He got the shotgun and shit.
But no, because why do they love Punisher?
Well,
they love
use
Punisher
his logo.
They look at him as a vigilante, as a guy who's gonna clean up the street.
Batman's a vigilante.
No. But I mean vigilante in the sense
the fuck.
Listen, he's a vigilante in the sense.
Cape Crusader.
Listen, he's a vigilante in the sense of something that's attainable for them. They can't go learn from the greatest martial arts masters in the world and have a car that shoots fucking nets and shit. No, but can they go to the military, become proficient in weaponry, and then just get a gun and go on the street and try to whatever? Yeah, sure. I mean, they die. They're not Frank Castle, but they look at it like, yeah, I'm cleaning up the streets.
I'm doing something honorable.
I'm getting rid of these drug dealing scumbags. Hold on, give me a second. I have to take my Percocet. It's like, shut up. That's another thing. People are such fucking hypocrites. But yeah, I'm so pissed that, and don't get me wrong, if I was Marvel, I'd be like, fuck those guys. And it's like Marvel is so wokety woke anyway. Who the fuck would look at it like, oh, it seems like Marvel's going and Disney's going down the wrong path? It's like, no, they're woke as shit. Who cares? And to be honest, they probably were never gonna put Punisher in anything anyway. Everything, because when they announced Blade, that they were doing a reboot of Blade, somebody in the crowd was like, rated R, and Kevin Feige was like, no, it'll be PG-13. He just wanted to don't even get your hopes up, bitch. But yeah, let's get back to this goddamn Capitol Police.
You think it's gonna be good?
What, Blade?
Yeah,
I think it'll be good enough. I don't think it'll be as bloody and as violent as I would want it to be. But I mean, hey, it is what it is. I mean, I don't give a fuck. That's another thing. You got people that
fuckers trying to ice skate up.
Yeah, exactly. Guess what? If I get a feeling where I want to go watch the rated R Blade, it still exists. I can go watch it whenever I want. I can go watch Wesley tell motherfuckers they always trying to ice skate uphill. You
want to watch him burn a fucking fat vampire to death?
Yeah, I can go watch him go, motherfucker, you out of your mind? Anytime I want. Now, listen, if because don't get me wrong, I've seen like in WandaVision and a couple other shows, they at least let them say shit or fuck one time. I think she said fuck. One of the kids.
It was letting
fuck.
the Russian the tracksuit guy. He was saying suka all over.
What does that mean? Fuck in Russian?
It means bitch in Russian. From my
okay.
attention.
Well, I mean, yeah. So I mean,
but every time when they would say son of a whatever, it would get cut off. But he would say suka.
Yeah, saying bitch.
But
I mean, and I guess he was calling Kate Bishop a bitch. But
yeah,
good. But anyway, but I'm just saying, it's just like, I think that they should at least have enough balls to just. But at the same time, you can't really do Punisher any justice on Disney or with Marvel right now. You can't. You're not gonna be unless you're gonna put it out through 20th Century Films, because they bought 20th Century Fox, but now 20th Century Fox is not 20th Century Fox anymore. It's just called 20th Century Films. So if they want to put it out to one of their other, because Disney owns I think Disney owns a bunch of fucking movie production companies and shit. But if they want to put it out to another thing, that would probably be more something to do. But I don't think they're gonna do that. I think they're gonna try to keep them, they're gonna have them kill people, but it'll probably be off screen, or you won't see any blood. You'll just see somebody get shot and fall, but you won't see blood splatter everywhere. But you kind of need that. That's the Punisher. But at the same time, it's not a big deal to me.
It's gonna be like Kill Bill, where you just see the silhouette of the action.
Kill Bill, they showed straight up blood.
No, I'm talking about
they showed a guy running around with his head cut off. What the fuck are you talking about?
I know.
You talking about that specific scene?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe silhouettes or off screen, or you see him diving at somebody with something or something, and you just hear the gunshots.
You
and
see
actually
somebody
see
dying
them-
in the moonlight. silhouette.
Exactly. Like, so that kind of dumb shit. But the thing with me is, like, I am a comic book fan, and I like when they make comic books in the movies because I like to see how a person would interpret it on the screen. But I don't get all caught up in it where I'm just like, they ruined it. Because you can always go read the actual comic book if it's so great. And you can actually just watch the movie that was like that. There's 3 other Punisher movies I could watch. Are any of them particularly great? No, but they're okay. And there's a whole television series that was on Netflix that I can go buy on DVD if Netflix ever takes it down. And I can watch it as much as I want. The Punisher series on Netflix was amazing. And it was good, and it was violent as fuck, and it was whatever. You know what I mean? But it's like, it's not always going to be your way, bro. It's their shit. They own it. You know what I mean? It's their IP. You know what I mean? And you're being oppressed, just like me.
Standing in concession, plotting his oppression.
Integrity now. Fast forward a couple months, we got the insurrection.
And revealed how the company
Yeah,
needed to spread and hate
the lady-
information on a global scale.
Yes, but that's because they feel like if it's making money, who gives a shit?
As you can see, we have killed
Defeated
them.
the genocide in Myanmar.
The more we're invisible, the more harm is done. We've seen this in Myanmar, and we've seen it in India, and we're living it in Ethiopia now.
So why does Facebook, now Meta, continue to put profit ahead of the safety of its users?
This research is not a bombshell. It's not causal research. It's in fact just.
Well, I beg to differ with you, Ms. Davis. This research is a bombshell.
And as the world follows Mark Zuckerberg into the Metaverse, can we trust it?
Well,
And here comes the ad.
people are allowed to have opinions.
There is no one mindset. Come as you are.
Don't get me wrong. I understand what they're saying, where they're like, there are people who are going to prey upon people's willingness to believe almost anything that makes them feel good or makes them feel right. You know what I mean? But that's more it's more a degradation of just people's thinking nowadays. You know what I mean? And to be honest with you, like I said, like when we were talking about Succession and how Kendall on the show Succession, Kendall is trying to take over his father's business. His father owns a company that's called ATN, which is very similar to Fox News, basically. It's a Fox News allegory. And Kendall is like, I want to make Waystar Royco, their company. I want to make it good again and great. And it's like, nigga, if your father wasn't fucking taking advantage of these stupid fucking rubes, someone would. Someone's always going to be there to fill the void. That's what I'm trying to say. Mark Zuckerberg is just there to fill the void. He's a billionaire. He's in a different class. They look at you as useless eaters. Your only use is to be manipulated by them. That's the only thing you're good for. And that's what they're going to continue to do. Unless you fucking get out of the fucking echo chamber, kick open the motherfucking bubble, and just fucking live in reality. Live in the moment of, live in the time of what is. Not what you think, not what you thought, not what you hope, not what you dream, not what you wish. None of that shit. Just reality. You know what I mean? There are people who sit there and actually think Trump stole the election. Every election is stolen, you fucking moron. Dummy. People are so fucking stupid. It's like, and you care. It doesn't really matter who's president. It doesn't matter. The agenda is drawn up. It's there. Don't get me wrong. Donald Trump was a dangerous guy. That's not a person who needs to be president. More or less, not really because of his politics, but more because of his demeanor and his ego. Really?
Self-awareness.
And his ego. Yeah, his ego. You know what I'm saying? That's why that guy was dangerous for that guy to be president. You know what I mean? Because he's making decisions based off, I know best. It's like, no, nigga, you don't. That's why fucking people, even kings had advisors, nigga. You know what I mean? You don't know every fucking thing. You know what I mean? And then when you don't know something, say you don't know it. Don't lie and say, oh, no, I do know. I know it all. Trust me. I'm so learned. I'm well-read. No one's read more books than me. Combined chapters, can't be touched. It's like, nigga, shut the fuck up. Just say you don't know. And there's a lot of shit this nigga didn't know. There are people who said that this nigga didn't know political things, like, and like historical things that like the average asshole knows. And that's like, no, my nigga, get the fuck out of here. It's like, I'd rather have a crook in there who at least knows the fucking history of crime. This nigga don't even know the history of the crimes that have been committed up in that bitch. But I'm just saying, man, it really doesn't matter who's president. You know what I mean? Unless that motherfucker is running on unless his campaign is like, you know, kill all of one kind of people, unless that's his thing and he's about to win, you shouldn't be worried. It's not even a big deal, bro. Who gives a fuck? They're all going to do the same shit. They're all going to bow to their fucking corporate masters. Every last one of them. They're going to throw you under the bus, and they don't give a shit about you. You know what I mean? So, act accordingly.
You are expendable.
Expendable, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone.
You are very expendable.
You are very expendable.
Trust me, I'm very expendable too. They made clones of me. Robot cyborg clones.
You're fucking expendable. You're expendable, man.
Adrian.
Why did you have to do that? Damn, my Stallone was that bad that you felt you had to throw that in?
Yeah, it did. It had to, yeah.
Yeah, okay, shut the fuck up. You know what? You know what? Actually, you know what? Fuck this metaverse shit.
What?
This is a perfect time to say that Isaac does impressions,
I forgot.
but he only does one good one. And you know what it is? Fucking Elmo.
Nigga, you said it was 2. You said it was Elmo Donald Trump.
No, you do a decent Donald Trump, but everybody does a Donald Trump. I think Donald Trump is so easy to do.
He is,
but he does fucking Elmo. And that's I don't want him to do it now. I can see him over there loading it up.
No, I'm not. I'm like, really?
Oh, no, he was like, yeah, he's like embarrassed. Actually, now do it. Now that I know you're embarrassed, now I want you to do it. Just say hello, everybody.
No, not
just say hello, everybody, in Elmo's voice. I'm waiting.
Okay, settle down, prostitutes.
Come on, man.
That's all you get. We ain't doing this shit right now. We're not doing this shit right now. I feel like
you feel dirty now. You should.
Especially like with that character's history.
Oh yeah, if you guys didn't know, the guy who was puppeting Elmo, he was sticking his hands up kids' asses too. And sadly, he a so-called black man.
And the metaverse is the next frontier.
So this was an inevitable sort of next step in the evolution.
Yo, VR looks like fucking Atari right now. Like VR is not at all. Like even when I've seen.
I said that. I was like, yo, we're in the entire.
I saw a video where this dude was talking about VR porn. And he's like, yeah. I'm just like, I don't want to watch that. I don't want that shit that close to my fucking corneas. I don't want that shit that close to my retinas. I don't want porn that close to my brain. I think it already is too close to my brain. Like, the fuck out of here. But VR looks like shit right now.
It does.
It does. Like, I've seen... I
look at VR chat. This shit is fucking
garbage, my nigga.
Do you know the way?
That's what I'm saying. This shit has a long way to go before it even...
Yeah.
But this is what I'm saying. Facebook, now Meta, they have the amount of money to do that. They're in there for the long haul. They have a fucking endless stream of fucking money. And not only that, but like I said, they're going to get that old backing from the old Uncle Sam's secret box of money. That black budget, baby. And then they're also going to have, they also still have hell of investors and stuff like that. And now that they're kind of like synonymous with this like conservative shit kind of, because like people have come out and said that, you know, Mark Zuckerberg is, you know, very, you know, conservative guy or whatever, conservative leaning as far as his politics. He'll get money from the Koch brothers and all these other big fucking right-wing fucking financiers, and he'll be all right. Get another angel endowment like he got to do Facebook in the first place. You know what an angel investment is? It's an investment that you don't never have to pay back. But they just get a percentage of your company, which pays off if they become Facebook. It's like, oh yeah, we gave you $800 million, and now you're worth what, $76 billion, and we have 5 or 10% of that. Yeah, give me money. Yum. Hedge fund investors. Hedge funds? Yeah, hedge fund guys. Hedge funders.
Of social media, allowing the virtual physical presence of the people that you're connected to from around the world.
There's going to be people running around with avatars that look nothing like them.
Oh, hey, Mark.
Hey, what's going on? Whoa, we're floating in space.
Okay, so they have 4 different examples of.
So this is the goal. This is the goal. What I'm looking at is the goal.
All right, listen. They're playing probably spades. They're playing cards. They're probably playing poker because they're white people. But let's just pretend they in
Texas Hold'em.
Let's pretend they black. They playing spades, but they're playing spades, and you pick your environment for you all to play spades. They picked spaceship, so like the tables are hovering and the outside the big mirror, window, you see the curvature of the earth, and like it seems like they're in space. One avatar is a robot guy. I think that's actually the dealer, though. I think he's the dealer because he has a dealer's hat.
He's a big robot.
Red robot. He looks like a character from fucking.
It's like a junkyard.
Then another lady, she's there, like kind of like what holographically. So like she's kind of translucent but holographic. So you could tell it's her actual being, like how she actually looks.
She looks like a Star Wars projection.
Yeah. Then the second guy, he's like a cartoon version of himself, and then the fourth guy. He just looks like he's just literally there, but he's floating. And that's how they're hanging out. So you hang out however you want. She wants to be more holographic looking. He wants to look like a Pixar character. And this dude wants to, I don't know, be Eric Andre upside down. Because that's what he looks like.
Jesus, he doesn't look like Eric Andre. This is what 2055 is gonna look like.
That's awesome. What Mark Zuckerberg is doing.
This nigga drinks water mad weird. Why do all these rich niggas drink water mad weird? Remember when Trump was drinking the water with both hands? You never saw that?
I saw that.
This nigga's like this, holding a cup with 2 hands.
Like a fucking baby.
Me want more juice.
Do you have any more juice?
Can I get some more juice, please?
Orange juice.
Hold on, no.
The clear juice. What's the clear juice?
He's like this. No, baby don't like apple. Baby want cherry. Baby want fruit punch. Actually, baby want milk. Mama.
Dead.
Imagine if that nigga...
Fucking Putin walks in.
Imagine when he was... Wow. Imagine if he was with that porn star prostitute and he called her Dada. He was like, Dada. Baby do... Daddy... Listen, Dada. Baby did a boom boom in his big boy pants. That means that... If you don't understand foreplay, that means I shit myself. Yo, Trump definitely seems like a nigga who like tries to be an adult baby. That was definitely... I don't know what this...
What the fuck?
I'll tell you this. At first, I was like, yo, this guy is cool. Paying to fuck porn stars. That's what you should do when you got a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. Why sit here and fuck around? I mean, why go and... Why walk into a woman's beauty pageant and start grabbing them by the pussy and risk getting in trouble? You can just pay a porn star to fuck. But didn't come to find out the porn star, that's one of the reasons he paid her the hush money. It wasn't because he didn't want people to know that he fucked her. It's because she said this nigga like get like spanked with newspapers and all kinds of weird shit. Which weird rich nigga shit. Roman Roy shit.
Jesus Christ.
Yo, when he sent his dad that dick pic, I know who listens to the show, and I know you niggas don't watch Succession. But listen, watch Succession.
It's really good.
It's the new Sopranos for me. It is.
Corporate America.
It's just corporate mafia. That's what they are. They're a corporate mafia.
Corporate mafia.
The thing that pisses me off most about this show, speaking of billionaires, on the show, the father, Logan Roy, he's a old billionaire. He's basically supposed to be an allegory for Rupert Murdoch. You know what I'm saying? Multimedia, you know what I'm saying, stuff, like conglomerate, you know what I mean? Or whatever. And his kids, they're all trying to like be his heir apparent to take over the company. And they keep saying, like, it's a family business, it's a family business. I'm like, nigga, it's not fucking a bakery. It's not like your dad's a baker, teach you how to bake, and then you take over the bakery, some small peanut shit. Don't get me wrong. There are people with bakeries who make a lot of money, and they take care of their family, and they pay their bills off that.
Generations after
generation
after
but,
generation.
And eventually you can franchise it, you can do whatever you want. But for you to look at your father having a multi-billion-dollar entertainment fucking enterprise, and for you to say, yeah, dad's gonna let me take it over. It's like, get the fuck out of here, nigga. Just because you came out of my balls doesn't qualify you to do what I do. And in that show, you see it. One of his kids is a fucking sex weirdo. You know what I'm saying? And kind of like indecisive. That's another thing about Roman. Roman is super indecisive, and he's also very scared of his father. He doesn't stand up to him. Your father's not gonna respect you if you never stand up to him. Then Kendall Roy, he wants to be like his dad, but he wants to he wants to fix the problems in the company, man. We got to get into the future, and we got to get into streaming, Dad. And his father's like, nigga, what we do works. Shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he's like, we got to get into the future. And then he's all like, now he wants to change the company because the company's not woke enough, and they don't get it. And actually, the company did get in trouble because their cruise line was like fucking women and murdering them and throwing them overboard or something.
And they didn't even label them because guess what? They weren't real people.
They weren't real people.
If you are not a full employee or a guest
on our cruise
written
ship,
down
you
and logged on,
exist.
you do not exist.
You do not exist.
You don't exist.
That was pretty.
That's fucking wild.
Okay, settle down, prostitutes.
That was fucking on Succession, and then the sister Shiv, she just thinks she knows everything, and she could just but do you really think so? I don't know. Seems like it, maybe, but no, Dad. Trust me, Dad. I can take care of it. You want me to do it, Dad? I'll do it. She's like, stop, sit down, and shut the fuck up. She a busybody. Like, there was a time when there was something up there. I forget what it was specifically, but she went to him and said something, and I was like, she should have just, she called someone or something to like try to find out what was going on with the deal rather than just letting it go through. And I'm like, just chill. And that was her father said. His father said, you fucked it up by, you know what I mean, going behind my back and talking to this person, whatever. But like, it's busybody shit. And all three of them do not have it. And he said it to Kendall. And all three of them also have this problem in common on that show. All three of his kids who try to run the company. They have no killer instinct. None of them.
They want to talk it out.
They have no killer instinct. They talk like they do. They talk like, fuck them, we'll kill them, we'll take them out. But they're not really on that. Their father, he on that. One of the greatest lines in that show, this nigga said, it's war! Fuck off! He said, and then what do we tell the people who are with us? It's war. Fuck off. Mwah! The writing on that show,
Brian Cox.
Don't get me wrong.
He's
Don't get me wrong. There are people out
guy.
there who are like, I don't know. I guess you could say more attuned minds than me to the inner workings of, writing, literary, and teleplays and television and scripting and whatever. But in my opinion, that show is so fucking well written. That shit is sharp and funny.
The dialogue.
And the dialogue.
It's the dialogue.
I fucking love it. It's really good. And there are people out there saying, no, it's really not. It's actually very, I don't give a fuck. Like, take your fucking smarmy, fucking little intelligentsia opinion and shove it up your urethra. Because I don't want to hear it, my nigga. Fuck that shit. That shit is so, it's a well-written show. I love it. I mean, The Sopranos was the same way. It was like, it was a drama, but it had some funny moments. You know what I'm saying? And that's how that show is. It's a drama, but it has some really.
They got some.
Roman, he said about his brother Kendall, because Kendall is always trying and failing, and he was like, yeah, and Kendall will crash and burn because it's his favorite. Because it's his favorite. But yeah, going back to fucking.
We got hell off topic.
Who cares? Who gives a fuck?
Meta.
Fucking this nigga.
Meta.
This nigga, Meta, and this nigga.
Zuckerberg is drinking
Zuckerberg
water.
is drinking water. Very weird.
He's nervous.
He might be a reptilian. He might. He really just might be a reptilian, bro.
His eyes, when they close, they come from east
Yeah,
to
he
west.
looked at the bottle of water like it was gonna attack him.
And he's trying to get into it.
Gross.
More data makes good business sense.
Metadata. Oh, that's what I saw. I was on Facebook. I said Facebook. I was on Instagram, owned by Facebook, when this first came out, and they were advertising it. And then like the comments were golden. It was like meta. There was like meta. Yeah, metadata. Zing.
Metadata.
And then it was like, and then, people were saying like they should call it something else. This one guy was like, they should just call it a day. Zingarang, ding, ding, ding. Like fucking Xena Warrior Princess in this bitch. Ding, 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 ding. That's what I'm gonna get. I'm gonna go to Xena Warrior Princess after this. I'm gonna get her throwing that stupid ass thing she throws, and that's gonna be my sound effect for when I hit somebody with a zingarang.
Business model that's driven by the need to gather as much data about their consumers or users as possible.
Oh, this guy went to Harvard Law School, so listen.
Data we create in the metaverse
Intelligentsia.
can lead to a privacy nightmare.
Facebook has made a big deal about the fact that it's not going to be doing facial recognition on photos that you upload to Facebook.
Yeah, they're not going to be doing photo recognition to your knowledge. Or officially. We won't be doing it officially.
But it hasn't
But
said
dude,
it's
we'll be
not
doing
going to
it.
do facial recognitions in the metaverse. And so the point is they're building an AI-driven engine that will be manipulating even more effectively.
Well, yeah, it's easy to make somebody scan their face for you. Hey, do you want your metaverse avatar to look as closely like you as possible? Then we'll need to scan your face. Press OK, click through all this shit you're not gonna read, and then click accept.
We're all about to be human centipads in the next like 10 at least 10 years.
In the metaverse, then
I'll just have a little stroke right there.
And what you said was stupid right there.
I know what it said.
Ding, ding, ding.
It could give companies like Facebook an unprecedented
Oh
amount
look,
of control.
it's coding.
Mark Zuckerberg holds as much or more.
1-0-0-1-1-0-0-1-1-0-1-1-0-1.
Power
This
over
bitch looks like such a hipster dyke.
action and communications that people have.
She has a short haircut with huge frame glasses, and they're red.
Than anyone ever has before.
She lives in a brownstone scissoring her girlfriend.
As long as that business model doesn't change, Meta is a much more terrifying version of what Facebook is in the real world right now.
That's Columbia vest, jackass.
Just weeks before Facebook's rebranding,
Like a federal agent.
employee Frances Haugen released thousands of internal.
Yeah, this bitch snitched. She's gonna get killed by the Facebook mafia. Meta mafia. Facebook the Meta mafia gonna get that
I
bitch.
believe Facebook's products harm
Meta.
children.
Frances, her name is Frances Haugen.
The leak suggests Facebook knew how damaging its products could be and ignored employees who had concerns.
They had this nigga Mark Zuckerberg on a cardboard cutout that said, "What? I know we on kids, but I don't care."
That every time they denied these things before, they were not.
Well, yeah. What happened is, listen, they did what every other billion and billions of dollars company does. Someone comes to them with a problem, says, "We're da-da-da-da-da, and we're being seen as da-da-da-da-da." It's like, well, let's just say that we don't.
That's hilarious. That's perfect. That's just perfect.
Straight up. Like, let's just say that we don't.
So wait, you did what to who? Nigga, I didn't do it.
Let's just say we did it. Let's do and say we did it. Like, let's say we didn't know about this, but we did know. I listen, bitch. I know we knew, but say we didn't. What is she not getting? Oh, I know what she's not getting. Me a coffee. Hurry up.
Extra latte.
Zing.
Hold
Zing
the phone.
But yeah, it's like these people. This is what they do. Like don't get me wrong. Should they be held accountable? Absolutely. And is it hilarious when they're held accountable? Absolutely. This nigga looks so like he's on so much drugs just to be normal for fucking 3 hours. Like it's insane. The way he drank that water like he was on fuck. He probably, you know what's crazy? The nigga probably on MDMA. The nigga probably don't give a fuck. He's like, I got a Congress here today. Fuck this shit. I'm taking ecstasy. I don't even give a shit. He probably doesn't give a fuck. I would do that. If I had a congressional hearing that was worth billions of dollars, I would fucking take acid.
Are you serious?
Hell yeah, I would. Why not? Give a fuck.
Nah, fuck that.
Who cares? And I'd brag about it too. I'd tell everyone. I'd be like, yeah, I was totally microdosing up in that bitch.
I would just
remember the
I
part.
would just
Yo, remember the part where I was trying to drink the water, but I poured it in my eyes. Remember the time? Remember when I picked up the cup? Remember when I picked up the cup with two hands?
They're in their denials, but those people were right, and that takes it from just being defensive to being deceptive.
Yeah, because there's proof that they knew.
Reported by the Wall Street Journal, their platforms make body image issues worse for 1 in 3 teenage girls.
I don't give a fuck.
Wow.
Okay, settle down, prostitutes.
Wow. Okay, calm the fuck down, bro.
Why?
All right, boys, bring on the whore.
But yo, this is what I'm saying. These girls, they've been bombarded with these body image things since the fucking 50s. I mean, don't get me wrong. And if you look at those like fit models in the 50s, those one-piece bathing suit wearing bitches, most of them had a little like fupa, little like you know what I mean, like a little, and it was okay because it was seen as just being the average body. But at the same time, men were the same way. You had guys in movies. This nigga was just some hairy chested, barrel chested ass white guy, fucking nigga like he worked construction. Ain't nothing special about him. But now for women to think that you're the apex predator, you got to look like fucking Chris Hemsworth. And for women, for you to look like fucking, you know, a badass bitch, you got to look like fucking, I don't know, who's a white bitch that people love. Who's the chick who was just married to Johnny Depp and snitched on him? We'll try to get him in trouble. Amber Heard. You know, something like the Amber Heard or some shit like that, kind of like whatever. Yeah, that's a different standard of fucking beauty. And it's been in movies, TV, magazines since the 60s probably. 70s probably became more whatever, because that was more of a conservative kind of a time. Politically, not in the streets, but politically. You know what I'm saying? In the 60s, it was a lot more just like free love, whatever time of shit. But it wasn't as much with the beauty standard stuff. The beauty standard stuff comes more when you have, you know, Wonder Woman TV show and fucking all those teen pop magazines and all that shit. Like, but they've been doing this shit. Facebook is not, they're just doing it more. It's happening faster. That's all. Because it's on the internet.
Yeah.
It's like, it used to take them a while to break down some woman's body image. Take years. She'd have to they'd have to hope she watched the right TV show, hope she went to the right movies, and hope she bought the right magazine.
Exactly.
But now she's on the same website as fucking, 80 billion other people in the world? And she's, you know, so she's getting they're all getting the same message. So it's a lot easier. It's more succinct. How about you just get the fuck off the internet? How about you just, like, put down your phone for a second? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
no, because I want to stay connected.
Shut up, because you definitely want to stay connected. But then again, it's not as bad with Isaac, because usually when Isaac's on his phone, he's playing fucking games, which is just it's not dangerous. It's just sad.
There's no advertisement though.
Who cares? You're still just playing a game on your phone, a phone game. It's like it's really sad. I'm just saying. I mean,
I can't play Angry Birds.
He doesn't have a console. And you're not playing Angry Birds. You play wrestling on your phone.
And I play PUBG.
We have in PUBG. It's like, bro, both those games are on PCs and you're playing it on a 6-inch.
I gotta use.
You're playing it on a 6-inch screen.
I gotta use that. I got.
Yeah, that's why I said it's sad.
None of it came as a massive surprise. You know, Instagram harms kids. I remember telling a 13-year-old about it, and she was like, "Yeah, everyone knows that."
She's like, yeah, everyone knows that, and we're still on it. And then then what do they switch to? Cigarettes. Something that what? People know is bad for them, yet they still do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that weird? I'm over here drinking Douce. Is it good for me? No, but it makes me feel good. And I like the bottle. It's nice. It's a nice bottle.
It's a nice shape.
I don't like some of the insignia and symbols on this thing. Oof, but yeah, but you know, it's, you know, whatever. I smoke weed. You should never inhale smoke ever. It's bad for you. To inhale any form of smoke is bad. The only thing that's supposed to go into your lungs is oxygen.
Nitrogen, because they say the nitrogen is air. There's more nitrogen in the air.
Stop trying to sound smart, please. I'm gonna take a page out of the book of Jim Norton when he used to talk to Rich Voss, and I'm gonna say, stop trying to sound smart. It's not becoming of you. It doesn't behoove you. It just doesn't work. Stop. And nitrogen. Just say yeah. Yeah. No, but seriously, stop trying to sound smart. But yeah, they show cigarettes, which makes sense because cigarettes are also something that people know will kill them, but they still do it. And it's like, yeah, but it's worse because see, cigarettes, that's a physical thing. You know, cigarettes used to just be to look cool. And for social settings and to help the time pass by. You know what I'm saying? That's what cigarettes were mostly used for. Smoking was a time, something that's consumed time killer. You got to wait for the train, wait for the bus, wait for the stagecoach, smoke cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? But it's like now it's just more of a thing that, you know, people do. Some people are addicted to cigarettes, though, because, you know, you got nicotine and shit. But some people are addicted to cigarettes, so it's an addiction. Same thing, are addicted to other shit. And then some people are addicted to social media. But it's worse when you're addicted to something like social media because it's a mental thing. You should be way stronger mentally to be able to say, maybe I shouldn't watch this. Maybe I shouldn't look at this. Maybe I shouldn't. There are things out there in the world that I read about that, like, I read an article, not an article, it's more like a click through kind of thing, but it's like the 50 most disturbing movies, and I'm reading about them, and I'm like, wow, that sounds fucking sick. But do you think I'm gonna go watch that shit? No, nigga, my psyche can't take it. I don't want to watch a movie where a woman is fucking bound in a basement and raped for weeks and tortured. I don't want to watch that shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm trying to say. If you know something is harmful to you, or you know something and your attitude is, yeah, we know that, and you're still doing it, then what the fuck are we? What are we crying about? What is all this fucking? What is this about then? What are we really doing? What's the big fucking deal, bitch?
What's the big fucking deal, bitch? Yeah.
What's wrong with you guys? I just don't understand it.
Have some consistency.
It's just ridiculous
Have
for these
some
people to be like
consistency.
this. It's just like, oh, it's harming our children. Then take their fucking phones away. Well, we can't do that because then my daughter will hate me. Well, fuck her then. Who cares? What are you gonna do? So fuck her then, right? Let her just use the phone and fill her brain with fucking pudding. And then, you know, eventually she'll fucking get so depressed and so internet bullied, so cyber bullied that she'll kill herself. And then guess what? You could
Put in pop.
And you could just, you know, and you could just fucking, I don't know, divorce your husband, remarry, you know, move on.
Start all over.
Move to fucking
Nebraska.
Move to Boca Raton. And get a tan, drink Mai Tais, and relax.
Just relax.
And don't have to worry about that dumb bitch and her problems, because you grew up at a time when the same thing happened and you were okay. Yo, just take their if you don't want your kids to be affected by something, take it away. It's your fucking house. Yeah, they might run away and and act out and all this shit, but it's like then the other alternative is to just not give a fuck, and that's what a lot of parents are picking. They're picking that. Well, hopefully it turns out for the best. Hopefully she's okay. Hopefully they're okay. You know what I mean? But that's why you got to stop letting television and the internet fucking raise your kids. A lot of you motherfuckers. I see that shit constantly, and it's fucking disgusting. That's why I don't have children, bro. Because I would want to be, I really would, like, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't be an asshole to the point where it's like, you can't watch any TV. But you got to put a limit on that shit. You know what I'm saying? You have to. You should. At least up until a certain age, I believe. You should put a limit on that shit. They should be more inclined to read something. Even if it's a fucking, introduce them to comic books. That's what I plan to do if I ever had kids. Is to say, look, these are books that are with pictures. So they're entertaining. They're not just words. So you could read these. You know what I'm saying? But at least it's still reading. It's still comprehension. It's still a form of learning. You know what I'm saying? Even though the shit is fake, a lot of that shit is still, there's still people going through things. You know what I'm saying? It still has a story. It still has a theme. It still has a fucking plot. You know what I mean? It still has whatever. So it's something. But it's just, because I get their kids. Kids want to be entertained. But for you to just get home from work and just sit your kid in front of the fucking TV. You know what's crazy? Like me, I used to think my mother was so overprotective. Because when we were like that age, like 4 or 5, like we used to want to watch horror movies so bad. But it was only because you were told not to. Yeah. You know what I mean? The movies you were told not to watch is the shit you wanted to watch so bad. You know what I'm saying?
Why can't I watch it?
The movies that we snuck to watch that we watched that we weren't supposed to watch early on was like Friday, fucking what's the other one? Boys in the Hood, shit like that. Shit that you heard about you wanted to watch when you was a kid.
My mother would
growing
let
up
me,
in the hood.
my mother would let me watch the movies with her, but I always have to like turn my head. She would tell me to turn my head.
That happens sometimes too. Yeah. But my mother mostly did that like when sex shit came up.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But it's like
there was one scene.
I don't even want to be in the room with you.
There's a torture scene from the movie Long Kiss Goodnight, and then my mother was like, Isaac, turn your head.
That's not helping. That's even worse. You got your head turned and you hearing a man being tortured?
Well, he was.
No, not my toenails.
He got stabbed with just like a.
So how'd you know? Because you just heard it?
No, I turned around and I saw it. And I was
you were
like,
peeking through your eyes?
Of course I was. And I was like, oh, it's not hard.
And then the other horror movie the horror movie that we finally snuck and watched, it was me, Shooter, and Steven, was Tales from the Hood. That movie was fucking stupid. That shit was funny to us, really.
Tales from the Hood.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. When that nigga, that creepy ass black nigga in that fucking shit, that nigga did kind of creep me out. And then we turned into the devil in the end. That shit was kind of.
The fuck is this?
It's called Tales from the Hood. It's a hood horror movie. It's about three gangbangers who walk up in a fucking funeral home trying to rob the funeral home owner. And instead he said, "Nigga, I'm gonna tell you niggas 3 stories." He was the black guy from damn.
He said that. I'm gonna tell you niggas 3 stories. Did he actually say that word for word?
I don't think so.
Oh.
But she should have.
I'm gonna tell you.
No. That's not how he talked. He talked very much like, "You niggas don't know who you're fucking with. Welcome to my funeral home, niggas." He definitely said something like, he talked very like posh, but he definitely said niggas at the end of one of them sentences. I know he did. He had to. Well, I guess you niggas want to hear 3 stories. Oh, shit. But yeah, Metaverse.
Cigarettes.
In the 90s, CEOs of big tobacco
Don't
firms
sell them.
stood up in
CEOs
Congress and
of
attempted
big
to
tobacco
bring down
had
the
to-
dangers of cigarettes.
Yes or no? Do you believe nicotine is not addictive? I believe nicotine is not addictive, yes. Which cigarettes?
I believe nicotine is not addictive, yes. Were you sworn in, sir? Yeah, I put my hand on the Bible and everything. It burned a little.
Only the tobacco companies knew that.
But my friend with the horns, he said I didn't have to worry.
Chance of finding out. In that road, I think
Look at this
it's
nigga.
extremely important for someone within the companies to come forward and tell the world what they know.
He used to work for Facebook.
Have played a very, very clever game.
Oh, he used to work for
in trying
Facebook.
protect their reputations despite the amount of harm they produce.
He Asian, so his
And that's
face do
why
look like a
now
book.
Facebook and Google spend
Get it?
more
'Cause
than
they got
Philip
flat
Morris
faces
and
sometimes.
Exxon on lobbying in the US.
Look at my people, all rallied across the lines. We will fight in the shade.
Trump supporters stormed the US Capitol.
Spartans, prepare for glory.
Nigga, if that nigga Donald Trump ever did the
one for me. One for
that, no, that's a good one. That's a good one.
from Isaac.
If that
One
nigga
for Isaac.
If that nigga did the Spartans,
Oh, I wish we had the Isaac sound effect up here. Perfect.
yeah, that's why we don't have it.
Great Spirit.
But yo,
Thank the Great Spirit.
yo, that shit is hilarious. This thing talking about Spartans, just know it's me, Leonidas Trump, and I'm here. I kicked. Listen, I was just in the middle of the square, and I kicked that black son of a bitch into the abyss. And listen, guys, it was so epic. Wasn't it epic, guys? It was the most epic thing ever. I said, "This is Sparta!" And I kicked that black son of a bitch into that abyss. He fell down, and I listened for hours. He was like, and it took forever until we finally heard a splat. And that's why I'm your leader. That's right, 300. That's right, Spartans. We're gonna fight these fucking Persians. And when I say Persians, you know who I mean. Those sand people. You're gonna kill them. We're gonna kill Xerxes. We're gonna take him out. Because you know who Xerxes is? He's the leader of ISIS. They said, "Sir, do you feel bad about pulling the troops and leaving the Kurds like that?" He said, "Listen, the Kurds didn't even help us in World War II." So, it's like pretty far away from them. Well, I mean, I don't even know, bro.
Tonight we die.
I mean, I think they were in They probably were part of the Allied forces. Who knows? I don't know, but who cares, my nigga? Who gives a flying fuck? If that's how we looked at it, why are we allies with Japan now? They should be like, "Hey, are you gonna go meet with President Abe of Japan?" "No, I will not, because if you didn't know, they were against us in World War II. Do you all remember? I just found this out yesterday. It was amazing. Do you know about the internet? It's amazing. It's basically like you can find out anything you want in seconds flat. And then you can tweet it out and pretend to be smart."
Misinformation and polarizing content on its platform.
Polarizing content.
Extremists use many platforms.
Fair warning, if this election is stolen for Biden, patriots will do we have to do.
Allowing itself to be used to sow distrust in elections
All I
and to
gotta
build more
do
and more
is
anger
make
in
you
these communities.
happy.
Some safeguards put in place for the 2020 election were rolled back in the lead up to the attack.
They have a whole series of circuit breakers, as they call them, to kind of slow down the craziness that was obviously developing. But late into the afternoon,
They made
January
this
6th,
beautiful
they hadn't
vaccine.
even pulled the trigger on more than half of them.
You'll never take back our country with weakness. You have to show strength, and you have to
show strength. Have some goddamn balls.
Nobody should think that
Pence is a pussy.
January 6th.
He said that to Mike
Certainly,
Pence.
if
He literally said to him verbatim, he said, you could be a patriot or you could be a pussy. Which one do you want to be? Let me tell you something. One of those things I love, another thing I just grab.
It would have been harder to develop the extraordinary organization and capacity that January 6th revealed.
Look at this snitching ass bitch. She's a whistleblower. I hate whistleblowers.
Were hit by a major power
I
outage.
hated whistleblowers ever since I was in elementary school and I was in physical education. Some people call it gym. I don't call it that. I'm a proper man. I call it physical education. And the teacher, he'd blow that whistle, and ever since then, I hated whistleblowers.
It was so bad that the only way
He'd say, Donnie, you're the last one doing the lap. You're the slowest kid I've ever seen. And I'd say, you know what? Fuck you, because one day I'm going to be president. And all the kids would laugh and laugh. But who's laughing now? Ha ha me.
Facebook could let the world know what was going on, and this is true, was by posting a message on Twitter.
The outage showed
Oh, Johnny Carson moment. He put his hand in his pocket after he said a good joke. Yo, Stephen Colbert has fallen so far. He used to be the shit on Colbert Report, and I think he apologized recently for because his thing was being a right wing nut. You know what I mean? You know, Jon Stewart was the left wing guy. Obviously, he's on fucking mainstream television. He's liberal, and then you've got Colbert, who I guess in his private life is liberal, but his whole show was that he was a crazy nut job right winger. But it was fucking hilarious. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. I feel like I gave them an outlet, gave them a blah, blah, blah. It's like, shut the fuck up. It was funny, bitch. Who cares?
He was making fun of Trump.
Now they got the Jordan Klepper guy does it, but he does it so weakly. It's so weak. It doesn't have the same sting. Like, you know what I mean? You felt like Colbert sometimes played that character so well. People did think that he was a right-wing guy. But even if he was, who cares? He can be a conservative. Who gives a fuck? But all three of the major late night talk show guys, they are fucking pawns. Like straight up, they are puppets.
Oh yeah.
Like they are just it's really gross. It's disgusting. And Jimmy Kimmel is the worst because he's the least funny of the three of them. Don't get me wrong, Jimmy Fallon is not funny either. But at least Stephen Colbert was once funny. I mean, I guess, you know what? I lied. Jimmy Kimmel was funny one time too, when he pretended to be Karl Malone.
For over a year.
And did blackface and then apologized for 80 times.
Ethiopia has been locked in a brutal civil war.
In August, 28 bodies, some with hands tied and bullet holes, washed up on the shores of a river on the Sudanese border. Witnesses believe they came from Tigray. The Ethiopian government called the discovery a fake propaganda campaign. We don't know how many have died because we don't have a real body count so far, but it's one of the bloodiest war we've seen so far.
Facebook knew it was being used to incite ethnic violence in the country, but did little.
That's crazy. These niggas they in the middle of every skirmish.
I couldn't do anything.
But listen, Facebook
That's what she said.
Yo, they are in between every skirmish in the war. That's very
alarming.
Like you have something that is pervasive now. Like that's pervasive. That's very intrusive upon the world when you have a platform that's being used by both sides in all kinds of conflicts all around the world. Where's this in the Sudan, then Myanmar, and then here in America, and you're just being used as this platform to just
communicate ideas,
to sow dissension between. But basically, that's what it is. They're providing a quote unquote unbiased platform to any side, saying, "Oh, do you believe that these people are wrong? Well, hey, Say it. Say it loud and say it proud, brother.
Brother.
Seen state and non-state
What you gonna do when the metaverse runs wild on you?
Content that's, calling for ethnic extermination of certain ethnic groups.
Sudanese. But yo, can I tell you what's crazy about the Sudan though? Can I tell you what's crazy about the Sudan though? They've been having these wars though. Like they've been doing this shit. It's just someone capitalizing and making money off pain and suffering. But guess what? That's what the world is, baby. You got an iPhone in your pocket? Somebody died for that, bro. Somebody died off that, G. Somebody straight up died for you to have that iPhone, my nigga. Or they built it and then went on their quote unquote air quotes break and jumped off the roof. Like, shut the fuck up. These people are so fucking gay. It's like the world is what it is. Do I think that no one should try to change it? No. But just don't be gay about it. And someone might say, well, how do they not be gay about it? I don't know. I just say shit gay when it's gay. I don't know what you niggas need to do. Just be less gay.
Okay, settle down, prostitute.
Organizing
Back to the metaverse, please.
money for arms, and many other things that will be against many international laws.
I love this. I want to do this. I just want to talk shit for a living. Honestly, I do. I just want to just talk shit for a living. I really do.
Just talk shit without getting hit.
The nigga who says that is still a nigga to get hit. Yo, if you ever get punched over this podcast, this shit is going too far.
No, that tells me he's going just right.
If people punch Isaac,
hell yeah.
All right, next time you see this nigga, you heard him, make it successful.
Great spirit.
And not for the first time.
Don't punch me, please. It was just a joke.
Damn, you Muslims, get the fuck out of here.
What the papers demonstrate is that the government in...
I've said this repeatedly over the past maybe...
Making these niggas walk.
I've been saying this repeatedly over the past maybe 7 years.
Damn, 7 years.
God forbid, obviously. But if there was ever to be another Holocaust-esque type event in this world, unfortunately, I believe the victims of that travesty would be the Muslim people. Because it's not looking good. Like, you have the shit that's going on in China. You have this shit going on here in Myanmar. You have the shit that's going on in Africa. Everywhere around the world, there's like, the Muslims are getting like, you know what I'm saying? They're getting the raw dog, bro. Shit is ridiculous. So I don't know, man. Hopefully I'm wrong. But it's not looking good. And then Islamophobia is kind of just rampant here in America too. I don't think it's to the extent it was like post 9/11. Whoo! That shit was hot. That was spicy. Goddamn.
There
are
Asians in the COVID thing.
Huh?
It was pretty much almost like the Asian and the COVID thing, when people were just beating up Asian people.
It was sort of like that, but I think it was way worse because I think it was a little more. I think it was a little more like it was a lot. It was. I mean, I guess yeah. I guess it's comparable. I guess. I feel like it probably was a little bit worse for them, just because it was a lot more kind of like get the fuck out of our neighborhood type shit, the fuck out of our country type shit. You know what I'm saying? Whereas with Asians, it was more just harassment because people were upset at what they believed to be a certain, demographic because of something that really had nothing to do with them. You know what I mean? Really, the fault of that shit falls on the Chinese Communist Party. It doesn't even fall on the people. It just falls on the Chinese Communist Party. You know what I mean? And it falls on America, too, in a couple other places, because I feel like they let some people come back from China that shouldn't have been able to come back.
No.
Who probably spread that shit. But also China let some people come back who shouldn't be able to come back, probably just because they're big on corruption and taking bribes, baby. But, yeah, I don't know. But, I mean, what I'm saying is that post 9/11, there was a lot of Islamophobia going around, and it was rough stuff because it's like, it's hard because it's like, it's the garb, too. You know, when they're walking around wearing, like, when the guys wear, like, the full thing, and then when women were wearing the full hijabs and shit, that shit, like, you know what I mean? It's like, because it's like it's much more, I don't know, it's not, I don't want to make it sound like I'm saying this, but it's like to them, I feel like the people who see these people, it's more visceral. It's just like, holy shit, they're wearing that goddamn thing and the thing. And he's real fundamental looking, fundamental bit. He's doing the fundamental bit. But it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like they look fundamentalist. And it's like that doesn't necessarily make them a terrorist or a person who even agrees with that kind of a thing. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, there are levels to this shit. Like those people come from a culture where, you know, punishment is doled out based on the crime, but punishment can be very swift and very harsh. So that's why, like, for example, that shit in France, that's the thing that made me think about that shit too. And while you have a lot of Islamophobia in Europe, especially France, oh my God, like France, Poland too, but France, yo. But it's because their reaction to things like, okay, you're not supposed to ever show or depict the Prophet Muhammad, right?
Yeah.
Their prophet from the Quran. Any way, you're not supposed to try to draw him, paint him, nothing, no depiction. So there was a comedy magazine in France called, I think, something Hedbo, Gary Hedbo or some shit. And they did that. They did like a cartoon, like one of those, like, you know, like New Yorker or like New York Times little cartoons. And they depicted the Prophet Muhammad and they got fucking suicide bombed. So then recently, that was one of the things that kind of upped the ante over there in France. Then recently, there was a teacher who was talking to his students, like a high school teacher talked to his or her student. I think it was a woman, actually. I don't know. It was a man or a woman. But the professor was talking to his students about that incident. And then the kid went home and told their parents that they were talking about that shit. And then the father went and found the teacher and beheaded them and cut their head off. So that's what I'm saying. To a person who's from a democratic fucking country like ours, so a person who's from France, they basically invented democracy. They're from a democratic country. That's not how you handle things. That's not what you do. That shit is weird. That shit is out the box. That shit is out the boom, banging out the frame, what you just did. Beheading someone. But to him, he's like, no, this is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm Islam.
This is my way of life.
I practice Islam. And in my version of Islam, you don't do this. This is the most disrespect. You might as well come to my house, spit in my face, rape my wife, and burn it down after. Like, that's how disrespectful it is what you did. But it's just different. But that's what I'm saying. Some of those people, and that's what I'm saying, is like, but that's what I'm trying to say, where it's like, that is insane. That is wild. But at the same time, it's like, hey, if you want to be globally relevant and you want to open yourselves up to that shit, then that's what it is. But then you have people now who say, oh, no, these motherfuckers are crazy. Close the border, get rid of them, deport them all. You can't do that. You already said earlier they could come in. You can't fucking change the rules now. You just got to figure something out. I don't know. But I guess you got to try to be proactive and, I don't know, find a way to fucking, that's crazy.
Coexisting.
Well, but that's what I'm trying to say. She did coexist, and he came out on top. He turned into a predator.
Goddamn.
They was in the same jungle. This nigga got hungry. But nah, that shit is crazy, though. To chop her head off. Like, it's like, yo, you got to turn that down, bro. If you come from a society where that's the reaction, and you know you're in the society, and you know you're living in a society now where that reaction is considered way beyond, way over the top, just find a happy medium. You know what I'm saying? Just beat the guy up or the lady. I mean, I'm just saying,
beat him up.
If that's what you're gonna do,
beat him up.
Just whoop their ass. Or if it's a woman, send your wife. Have her put on her fighting burqa and go beat the shit out of that bitch. You know what I mean? But you can't be doing that shit, man. I'm sorry, but you can't. Like, you're coming to somewhere else to make a better life for yourself. And that's how those people are looking at it, too. They're looking at, yo, you came here to find a better life for you and your family. And in a way, we provided that. through your own being able to use and spend your money, have your own agency, you know what I mean? Have your own agency as far as like autonomy and do what you want and do what you need to do, to be able to get loans and all this other shit. And, you know, or just the free market period that we have here. You've gained a lot from that, and you've made a life for yourself. And fucking nigga, you don't need to turn yourself down.
No, because I don't know.
Who cares? We can't hear you breaking up the weed. Damn, this shit that dry. Oh, yo, this is another funny thing too. Let's get off that anyway. But I showed this nigga the fucking the weed menu and asked him what he wanted for me to get so he could have some of it. right? He picked the shit called mochi.
You ever had mochi? You ever had mochi?
What is mochi?
It's
It's a food?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's a Japanese thing. It's they make like I think they take ice cream and they wrap it in like a rice. I get rice.
Sounds gross. Metaverse.
Are used as a platform
It's pretty good.
to exacerbate ethnic division, which led to genocide in Myanmar.
He exacerbated ethnic division, which means it accelerated it, and then it turned out genocide, which is when a lot of people of the same fucking kind get killed all at once. Bow, 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 bow. Genocide, kill everybody that's on that side. Genocide, kill everybody that's on that side. Genocide. We got champagne on ice, we got cigarettes on ice. We got champagne on ice, we got cigarettes on ice.
For the existence of folks, who are pursuing a genocidal campaign.
Genocidal campaign. This is the scissoring bitch.
The engine.
This is a global problem. In Vietnam, Facebook bowed to pressure from the government to censor content.
Metaverse, more like Betta Verse.
And in India,
Beta ass bitch.
Facebook's platforms have been inundated with a torrent of anti-Muslim hate speech.
Anti-Muslim hate speech, see? Yes.
Anti-Muslim hate speech.
Yo, in India too? India, they going ham on Muslims. It's crazy, bro. Y'all motherfuckers is, oof. It's not looking.
You don't need them. We don't need them. You don't need them.
We don't need them here. No, get out. Go somewhere. That's it. No. We actually no.
We don't need the beef. You don't need the board.
Listen, we love cows. You don't. You don't like cows. You don't even know the first chapter of Kama Sutra. Kama Sutra, huh?
Okay. That was a big thing.
I might have go to 7-Eleven.
Is a lack of investment.
Buddy, get the motherfucking slushy and get yelled at.
Places outside the US.
80% of Facebook's audience is outside the United States.
They're worldwide, global, baby. Modern day Babylon.
So they are literally
the Babyloners.
moderation.
Betta Verse.
Yo, that was crazy too. You saw the picture. You saw that Myanmar lady. That Myanmarese, that's what they call Myanmarese. Myanmarese. But that lady who was just there, she initiated the Muslim genocide. And literally like a few years, I don't know. But usually by, fucking politics. Politicizing it and and saying they're bad and kill them. But literally, I think like a few years before she did that, she had just got the Nobel Peace Prize. Yo, they gave another person the Nobel Peace Prize too, who turned out to be a genocidal maniac too. Yo, it's just like Hitler when Hitler was on the Time Magazine's Man of the Year. Wait, look up what year that was. Just look up what year that was.
This fucking mic, goddamn it.
Look up what year that was.
He was on Time Magazine.
He was Time Magazine's Man of the Year.
Feel her. Man of the Year. Oh, yeah, 1938.
See?
Hitler, Man of the Year.
Yeah, it was when they were like,
Time.
Yeah, it's like, hey, this guy doesn't have bad ideas. They was like, oh, wow, this guy has some really bad ideas. Metaverse.
Many countries around the world, and what that means is that
Betta
hate
Verse.
and misinformation are
Fuck.
flowing.
Yo, that's what they're gonna be doing on the
more
street. They're gonna be like,
rapidly.
yo, man, come here, bro, come here, bro.
Bruv.
No, bro. Yo, you like that new Metaverse? I got that Betta Verse. No, nigga, chill, bro. Bro, come here, bro. Just put this headset on. Like, nigga, this is 2 Pringles cans, but it's better though. It's better, bro. Wait,
It's 2 Pringles cans with strings.
Give me a second. And this nigga just walk in front of me like, oh, what up, bro? What up? We here together. Huh? We in the Betta Verse. He's like, yo, you want to invite your friends? Yo, bring your boy over here. Yo, here, put these shits on your eyes. Now stay next to me, bro. Yo, we all in. It's the Betta Verse, my nigga. Yo, you want to change your avatar? Yo, Cindy, come here. Now, Cindy, avatar. Tell her what to say.
In other countries.
So funny. So funny.
Damn, this is crying.
You ever like think to yourself like, damn, I was born in the United States of America, and you're like, damn, I'm pretty lucky.
And I'm a lucky fuck.
I'm pretty lucky.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of
Yo, especially when you're born like on like the edge
these,
on the coast,
these niggas are
nearly missing
it. These
nearly
niggas
missing the mainland.
These niggas are just as fucking evil as they come, but they allow us certain, freedoms, and that's literally what some of these things are. People say you're not really free, nigga. For the most part, you free.
You being able to,
you just gotta listen. In America,
you being able to get a microphone and speak your opinion.
Listen, you gotta have some money, and you gotta fill out some paperwork. But you can do mostly anything you want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So fun.
So they live with the consequences of a system that makes us completely invisible. And the more we're invisible, the more harm is done. And we've seen this in Myanmar, and we're living it in Ethiopia now.
The cost of them fixing their platforms is actually they have to hire people. The cost of them doing nothing is zero. And so they've calculated.
But do you really think that they want to? Do you really think that's what's stopping them from fixing their platform? Is hiring a new group of people with a new and giving them a new modus operandi and telling them that this is what we're doing now. This is the new log line. This is how we are now. We're not bad. We're good now. And do you think that's really it? No, it's not about that. It's just that the things that they're doing make them money. Them not giving a fuck. Them letting these people quote unquote run wild, which is kind of sad because it's an American-based social media platform. There should be freedom of speech. Some speech is gonna be fucking, and then they have stuff.
There's a difference between hate speech and speech that you hate.
Exactly, but that's what I'm trying to say. Stuff like this, they're considering it to be hate speech, which a lot of it is. But I think with the foreign shit, they don't monitor it as closely or at all because they look at it like that's not our problem. We're an American company. Who gives a fuck?
Unless it's written in English,
who gives a
I will
fuck
read it.
With other, yeah.
It's written in English? Okay, give it to me.
I was elected to lead, not to read.
To let the world burn.
Actually, it's Wolfcastle. What's the character's name? The fake Arnold from fucking Simpsons? Raynard Wolfcastle, that's his name. Raynard Wolfcastle. I was elected to lead, not to read. I was elected to lead, not to read. I'm Chinese. I was elected to lead.
They thought I can terminate all their problems.
Rather than taking responsibility and showing leadership, Mr. Zuckerberg is going.
Do you think he said that shit on his campaign? Like, I will terminate all your problems.
I will terminate all your problems as well as Tukey Williams. You know he terminated Tukey Williams, right? He told Tukey the dude who invented the Crips. He told Tukey to confess to this certain murder that he was accused of like some Korean store owners, and that he would spare his life, but if he didn't, he was still gonna get the death penalty. And Tukey said, "Nigga, I admitted to the murders I did. I'm not admitting to the one I didn't." And basically, that nigga Arnold said, "Okay, well then you will be terminated." And he gave Tukey the needle. R.I.P. Tukey Williams.
Zuckerberg has proven that he is not the one to be trusted with dominating the next level, which will now be the Metaverse, when he hasn't even addressed.
It's gonna be more pervasive than anything. They're gonna be in your house, nigga. In your house, nigga. In your house, nigga.
Alexa, play my favorite music.
See, but now they're gonna have you wearing a fucking pair of fucking goggles or putting the goggles on your phone, because that's what a lot of people
And who knows what they're going to be doing around your house when you're not there.
It's not even that. It's you're going to be walking around your home pretending you're somewhere else, and the whole time they're just looking at your house. I mean, it doesn't matter. They're spying on you anyway, all the time. It's just, it has to be admissible. Listen, it has to be admissible in court. That's all. Otherwise, it's just them just spying on you. And they are at all times. They're listening to you. They're watching you. I swear to God, I was watching my TV the other day. I have a smart TV. And I heard someone cough, like almost like they were on a phone, come out of my TV. it was like, I was like, what the fuck? And you know what I did? I said, fuck it. Who cares? Yeah, they're listening. Yes, they're watching you.
Somebody's watching you.
And my dad was a record. And my dad was a record executive. Ooh.
Always feel like somebody's watching
Debates about
And I got no privacy.
like Facebook are debates about
you don't have no more privacy.
Swiping, just swiping.
Trumpacy is the privacy.
That's a more and more challenge.
But this is what the internet is all about. It's just it's marketing to your most base instincts. It's just taken up a notch as to how fast it's communicated to you. That's all. And it's just you're swiping through, so you're taking all this information all at once. Just McDonald's, fucking Always Sunny in Philadelphia, NFL, fucking whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then I mean, you have some of the worst shit of all to me, which is like women watching other people's relationships. You know, like chicks who watch like the relationship shit on YouTube, like a couple, like, you know, they watch a couple's channel. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, I love them. They're so, or oh my God, look at those two. They, like a rapper and some model who dating, like relationship goals and all that. It's like, because you people don't know that half these people are fucking miserable. Yeah. They're just pretending to be happy. I know some of these bitches. I know at least one broad who's like, I know at least one broad personally.
Everybody's all going crazy.
She's like semi Instagram famous, and she's fucking miserable. And all chicks do is be like, oh my God, girl, I'm so jealous. I wish I could. And I'm like, yo, little do you know, this bitch is fucking so fucking unhappy and depressed. This bitch is on fucking Xanax and antidepressants. Like, the fuck are you talking about? Shit is sick, bro. Sick, bro. But yeah, this about to be this metaverse shit was supposed to be just like a precursor, but it turned into an whole app.
That's good.
It's cool. So yeah, good night and good luck, or whatever the fuck Tom Brokaw.
The Metaverse is gonna take over.
The Betta Verse.
Beta.
And then
the Betta Verse will take over.
The leader of it will be.
And
Isaac.
I will have.
The leader of it will be Isaac. Zing.
What is it?
It's a